Hello folks, Luke Simons with you. Back to the Basics 101. Today we've got a crisis on the ranch. Show them, chat. See. That's right, my chair. I went to pull it back from the table early this morning, and that just came off in my hand. Now granted, it's not a real high-dollar chair, and I ought to make some chairs or buy some good quality chairs, but it was a drought. We don't have a lot of money floating around this year. I didn't take any government bailout money for ranching. I could have qualified for probably over $20,000. And guess how much I'm short? About $20,000. So we are skimming by here at the ranch. So we're gonna fix this chair. Check this out. This is what we're gonna use. It's Gorilla Glue. It is some tough stuff. Now I like this stuff, Gorilla Glue. Their duct tape is superb. I've never come across a duct tape that's, actually they make a new duct tape that I'm gonna try. I actually purchased it to see if it was the same quality as the Gorilla Glue duct tape. This stuff is made in America and it is tough. Let's try it out. Let's see how it holds this chair together. Very carefully on this post, I'm gonna just take my Leathermans and I'm gonna scrape away as much of the glue as I can, the existing glue, because I'm not gonna be able to get on the inside. So I want it to bond as close as possible as I can. Boy, they just didn't put any craftsmanship into this chair at all. Now this is the top of the chair, and you can see where it broke off, and then the other part just came right out. So it's just pretty simple, really. I mean, it just came right out of the chair. With our surface cleaned up, we're just going to take a little water, just go ahead and let it soak in just for a minute, and then on these sides here, we're going to do the exact same thing. Just make them moist. I moistened the wood on these two contact points and these 4 contact points, and just cleaned up the glue that was on them. And it's not soaking wet, but it is moist. Is the word I'm looking for. Now this stuff won't work unless the project you're putting it on is moist. Just so you know, it's right on the directions here. It gives you a simple direction solution. So a lot of people that have tried this and don't like it, they didn't put water on it. And this stuff is tough. It bonds with virtually everything. It is tough, tough stuff. So with our clean, moist surface, we're just going to put a little bit in there. And it always says a little bit, and I always put a little bit more than a little bit probably, because I don't know what the specifications of a little bit is. It has the texture and look of honey. You don't want to get this stuff on your hands, because I'm telling you right now, it will stain your hands a little bit. A little bit will do ya. So I just took a little old paintbrush that has a little paint left in it, it looks like. And I'm just dabbing it around. And I did get the paintbrush a little wet too. Just going ahead and mixing it up just a little bit. Getting those walls all really good. Remember, these are all wet. Let's make sure they're wet still. Wet surface, that's important. It won't bond if it doesn't have a wet surface. And we want to get all of these with a pretty good, the little hole they're going in, it's already pretty moist, but we're just trying to get a little bit of that honey on there. It's important. Same thing on the opposite side. We're going to call this the female side. Just going ahead and rolling it in there, getting it in. And you can see it kind of gets a little foamy. That's the way you want it. A little foamy there. Yeah, like that. Now I let this set up a little bit and it's getting foamy, kind of like a creamy, buttery look. And very gently. The problem with what I'm doing is this will actually be tougher than the rest of the whole chair. Because these are not real quality chairs, which is really disappointing. And you just kind of finagle it all into the holes and get them in. The tighter the fit, the better it's going to be. And see how it's coming out here? See, why don't you show them right here? See how that butter looking is coming right here? You kind of want to maybe just clean that up just a tish because that doesn't go away. Now you only have a little window period to clean that up with a wet rag. Otherwise, it'll get hard and a little crusty. And some of this you want to leave it, like where that hole is in the chair, because that'll bond really good right there. Now, this product is a phenomenal product, and every homestead probably should have it. It will bond to virtually pretty much everything. But wood projects, it really is a tough project. It'll keep foaming a little bit, so on real beautiful projects, you have to be very careful with it. It's very tough. I'll show you what it's doing right now because it will kind of foam. That's what it does. I would suggest not using the chair for about 24 hours to let it seat real good. And when it's done, it will be done. Literally, that part of the chair will not ever have a problem. The rest of the chair will fall apart before this falls apart. But again, this little product made by Gorilla Glue is a tough product. It's unbelievable. Damp it, glue it, clamp it. In this case, we're going to use a ratchet strap to hold it together for a little bit so that it has a real firm bond to it. Now, you've seen it's starting to foam up a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's starting to foam up. That's exactly what the chair is doing. It'll foam up on you. So it will make a little mess. Just use it responsibly. If you like these shows, please subscribe, share us on your social media, and we love to hear your comments. Thank you. May the Lord guide and keep you. Till next time, this is Luke Simons. Happy trails.